I remember the first day of my junior year high school English literature class. We began with a poem called Still Citizen Sparrow by Richard Wilbur, in which the rambunctious and lively nature of a sparrow is set beside the sullen and misunderstood nature of a vulture. Wilbur's apology to the sparrow for the vulture goes like this. It says, "Pardon him, you who dart in the orchard aisles, for it is he who devours death, mocks mutability, has heart to make an end, keeps nature new." Now, I'm sure the teacher had a little expectation setting in mind for this fresh classroom of sparrows and opening with that poem. But his follow-up and opening salvo for the semester was this. One of the most frequent and dominant themes in literature is mutability, the power time has to destroy. And that line has always stayed with me, even and especially to this day. It connected with another poem that we read a little later in the semester from Yeats called The Second Coming, where Yeats says, "Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world, the blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity." Mutability is a dominant theme in literature. Time does have the power to destroy, and we see it all around us. Things do wear out. Leaves wear out. Bodies wear out. Ideas wear out. Understanding wears out. Relationships wear out. As innocence decreases over time, this sense of weariness can slip in and become a dominant theme in the life of the world and in the lives of each of us. The world itself mirrors this mutability as the seasons change from summer to fall and then to winter. But when we're at our darkest moment, when the light that powers everything we know and love is at its smallest, promises get delivered in the most unlikely but beautifully wrapped packages. Life-giving water changes into snow and arrives as future nourishment in a form we didn't expect. Its presence is a promise of life, a simple and humble sign of flourishing to come, but not yet realized. It's a sign, just like the vulture, that things that end can begin again, that the worn out can be renewed and refashioned, and that it will most likely show up in a form that we at first don't recognize. Advent is a season where we remind ourselves that the worn out will be made new, but that renewal will look both different and familiar at the same time. We'll see that spark of light and feel that chilly promise that mutability is not the end. It's a necessary part of the journey toward Bethlehem and beyond. So in this Advent season, may you find that all that is worn out is not lost. May you find those signs of flourishing that reveal themselves in the strangest of forms and in the strangest of places. And may you know that hope is already among us in ways that we're just beginning to wake up to and notice.